Canino. Wow, good job, kid. First time, that was awesome. So listen, what we're going to do, we have our last comic of the night, but what we're going to do is announce the 4 finalists that move on to the next round now. 2 are from last show, 2 are from tonight. We're going to announce them in just a second. Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Does George Michael like meeting strange men in public restrooms? You guys ready for the last comic of the night? Bullshit! Are you guys ready for the last comic of the night? Let's end this thing in a rockin' fashion. That was better. Huge hand right now. This is my man. This is only his 2nd time on stage. He came way from down south in Coconut Creek. Rex+Malcolm.
How's everybody doing? Alright, so I think we've established over the night that everyone's from South Florida here. I don't think anyone's raising their hand like, I drove 6 hours to see an amateur comic competition. But I think that we can all agree that everyone's talked about it, the traffic here sucks, right? I mean, we go out on 995, it's like taking your life into your own hands. And everyone's bitching about it, but I got a solution, guys, because I think what we should do is just put up like stadium-style seating and like some pit crews all along 95, right? Because it worked for NASCAR. Like everyone watches NASCAR for the crashes, and like now they're like they get to watch the crashes and they gamble on whether or not the drivers have a valid license or insurance. So no, all kidding aside, though, we all love South Florida, right? It's got one thing for it. It's got the best theme parks. Am I right? Everybody likes the theme parks. I mean, we got Disney World, Busch Gardens, IKEA. Oh, that's the best. So all my friends were trying to convince me that I should go try online dating, and I was like, you know what the heck, I will. And I was really hoping that I'd meet a Chinese girl, because I've never slept with a Chinese girl before, but I'll tell you, I have eaten a lot of Chinese food. And that makes me worry a little bit, because I'm like, if I have sex with a Chinese girl, am I going to be horny again in 5 minutes? Like, so do I have to double wrap it? It's like STDs and MSG? What's the deal here? Freaking out. So I made arrangements to meet this girl online, right? And like, I get there, I was all excited, and it was like not what I was expecting, I'll tell you that. It's nothing like the picture, right? And I get there, and long story short, now I'm not allowed within 100 yards of a school. So yeah, I didn't really have much luck online dating, and I think it's because the pictures on my profile, I'll tell you, I have some really embarrassing pictures, like my friends will take them on their cell phone, and I have no idea they're taking a picture, right? So I have this new policy that if someone's going to be holding their cell phone out in front of me, I just like smile and strike a pose just to be safe. And this has backfired on me a couple of times. Like every once in a while, I'll be like out at dinner, and someone in front of me will get like a really weird text from an unknown number, you know? It'll be like, guy will be right in front of me, his phone vibrates, pulls out, like, what color is my underwear, you know? And like, I'm right in front of it, I'm like... So yeah, one thing I noticed about people is like, when you're gonna tell an offensive joke, like you look around, right? You're like checking behind all the, like pull the drapes apart, make sure that no one's here of that like ethnicity. But like, when you're listening to music and like you have like a really offensive song on it, you're like busting out to it, right? I mean like now like every single time that I get Snoop Dogg on my iPod, now I'm like, I just flinch a little bit, I'm just used to the reaction. So yeah. Everyone likes life over death, am I right? And I'll tell you why. It's because whenever people think of death, it's personified as like a big skeleton with a scythe, right? And like, life's going around giving everyone lemons. I mean, everyone loves lemons. But yeah, you can tell from some of my jokes I'm what you might call in the industry a one-liner. Because like, before the show, we're all in the back, you know, and we're snorting our blow, and I'm like, no guys, I'm only doing one line. So yeah, and here's another one. So I think that whoever came up with that saying, you know, it's like, I wouldn't trust him as far as I would throw him. Whoever came up with that knew some really reliable midgets, I'll tell you that much. So speaking of midgets, I was at the circus the other day, and I couldn't help but notice the clowns, right? What's the uniform for a clown anyway? It's like ripped up clothes and shoes with holes in them. It's like, when did vagrancy become so damn funny? I don't know. I mean, why don't we just take homeless people and really give them jobs as clowns? You know, that's my solution, because it kills 2 birds with 1 stone, because now the homeless have jobs. And now the homeless can take out their frustration on capitalism by throwing people pies, you know? And so I thought this was such a good idea, I thought I was going to prove it. And so, you know, my little niece, she was having her 4th birthday party, and without telling anyone, I just hired a homeless clown. And it was going over great. You guys were laughing, but I don't know why these people are so down on their lucks, because this guy had so much initiative right when the party started. He reached into his back pocket and he pulled out his own balloons. This man, without a dime to his name, had the initiative to bring his own balloons. And then later, I'm in the bathroom, and I made a realization. I was like, those are not balloons out of his back pocket. That was a condom full of crack he just pulled out of his asshole and is now smoking. So, alright, that was a little short, but that was my stuff, so...
One more time, let him hear it. Let him hear it. Funny stuff. So first of all,